Okay guys, so let's work on the shopping cart part. Basically we want to see how many products we have inside our cart. We want to show them here, right? So if I just open up my front end then index file, I think this is our products. We just need to close this and open up our cart file, right? Let's just spell this first and then let's get started from here. Okay, first of all we need to include our message. Yes, exactly this message, right? Okay, what next? The table is already created and now we need to simply, if you just see the cart, and then of course we need to call the instance that we are using. The instance that we are using right now, that is default. Okay, and then get the content. Okay, there are lots of content. I mean to say the token IDs, row ID, and the ID name. There are many things, right? Okay, if you just go to controller, the item has been added and now we need to associate our model as well. So there are several ways you can associate your model. I'll associate my model app / product, right? Now that help us to when we call whenever we call any item from cart, that will associate the product. We can also access the product models data. For example, we want to, because we didn't store image here, right? We just stored the ID, so it will call, with the help of this ID, it will call the image, the description, the many things, right? Okay, so before the tr, here I will say, okay, before that, if I just get rid of this and scroll up, and then here I will say, first of all, if the cart instance default count is greater than 0, then simply we need to see all the data. Not all the data, but there are a few data that we want to see from here. Okay, and if I just collapse this, okay, collapse, right? Now if I just go ahead and if here, and then save and reload the page. Now how we know is it working or not? So we need to create a route for here. Route get empty, and we call a closure cart instance default destroy. Now that will basically, this method will remove all the data from cart. So if you just call this route, and then let's just check, there we go, we do not have any item, right? Now we cannot see the cart items, but we can see the 2 items saved for later. We'll work on this area back, but at the moment we will just work on our main area. Okay, now let's just expand this, and then if I just say for each loop here, yeah, let's just remove all the other TRs from here. And for each loop here. Okay, and then simply we need to say cart instance default. Okay guys, just ignore these red lines here, because my Sublime is mean to say it's not working. It is working very perfectly, so that's why. Okay, so just ignore these errors. Our code will work perfectly. Okay, default content as the item. Okay, and then yeah, we want to say the product model Okay, not product this time, that will be item. Okay, there's no items in our cart. Let's just add one. Go to cart. There we go. Right, exactly, we just added the polyester bag, so it's here. And then the description, basically the model we associated from here, the product, okay, that refers to this model. And then the description, okay, nice. And then the price, that would be something like total. Now if I just go to my shop again and then add this bag 2 times, now you can see the prices again 2 times increased. But if you notice, well, let's just set the image and then we'll talk again. We need to pass the URL. Inside uploads, and then concatenate with slash, and of course the item model image. Reload the page. There we go. Well, let's just discuss why. If we just go to our Laravel shop, okay, the main shop, you can see the polyester bags price is $50. So if we just click on add to cart, now you can see it increases 181. What's the problem? This is basically, if we just open up our, there's a file called app config inside our cart config, okay. Now you can see the tax is around 21. This is a basic configuration for our the cart package. For example, 1000 separator. If you need it, if you don't need it, just remove this, just get rid of this and make it 0, right? This will happen. And then if we just go to tax, and this is 21, this is 20 rupees in each click. You can see, you can say, and each product it is 21. So let's just make it 0, right? And if you just go ahead and once run the empty route and then go back and again add the polyester bag, this price is $50 and 2 times added. Okay, there we go. Now it's $100, right? We need to add, there are many methods that you can use for your price, but we will directly add the $sign here. There we go, right? Okay, now let's just work on details side. So if you just scroll down and then expand this, the subtotal would be something like cart, the subtotal method that we'll use, okay. And then the text, in our case this is 0 now, right? You can just change that if you're living in any country that has, there are lots of you know, different rates of tax you can add, okay. And in my case I'll just not add it, I'll just make it 0, okay. This is 0 here. And then finally the total, cart total. So just save and reload the page. There we go. And we need to put $sign here, so it looks good. Okay, now that we have 2 buttons, continue to shop and proceed to checkout, there will be work on them, but at the moment we just make them anchor links. That would redirect us to home page, and this would be checkout that will be create. Okay, continue to shopping, go back and then click on any product you want to. There we go. Okay, then we have 2 products here. Okay, and now let's just work on the remove functionality in the next video.